Hi loves. So I got super excited the other day because I saw Scandal season 3 just went into production. Kerry Washington was posting videos, Instagram video. I was excited and I thought, let me do a get the look Kerry Washington on one of my favorite shoots of hers. So it's this look right here that we're gonna do. Love it. It's kind of like a chocolatey, golden, smoky eye. The thing that I love about Kerry Washington's makeup is that they always seem to make her matte without looking flat. So that's what we're going to try to achieve today, okay? We're going to be using several products, and I'm going to start, as I always do, with the eyes. I'm just going to put a little concealer on them to begin, and then we're just going to go underway. Close. I'm going to just use a little bit of Black Opal Even True concealer. I just love the consistency. Again, like I said, she always has kind of a matte look, so I love this concealer because it really dries down to almost like a velvety finish, and that's going to really help create our overall finish for the entire look. Okay, so this look kind of goes light to dark. She starts out kind of golden on the inside, and then it goes to chocolatey and then almost black really quickly. So I'm going to be using some products from my favorite Mally palette, which is City Chicken the Buff. You guys have seen me use it on several videos. I'm going to start with sort of the darker golden shades and just work out. I'm going to apply a darker golden shade to the inner corner of her eye. And I'm not going to go too far across because, as you see in the look, the gold really doesn't go out too far on her. Next, I'm going to use a MAC shade called Swiss Chocolate. It's just a really pretty, like a milk chocolate, literally. It almost looks like hot cocoa. And it's a matte color, which is nice because we're going to use so much shimmer on the inner corner. It's nice to sort of bring a matter color outside. And if you look on the image of Kerry, it kind of starts pretty close, you know, more than halfway in on her eye. So we're just going to blend over right over where we laid down gold with the Swiss Chocolate color. Then I'm just going to take a blending brush, kind of clean up the crease, and clean up right where the two colors meet. I'm going to use now like a medium brown shade, also from MAC that I don't know the name of, but I will write it down down in the comments. And just kind of go into the crease to help blend out all both the colors, like the light and the dark. We need kind of a medium shade in her crease. This is how we really kind of start doing the smoke out. And I know I've taught you guys the smoky before, but you know, we go kind of light to dark to build it out. Now I'm going to go back into the Mally palette and use the darkest brown shade. Has a bit of a shimmer in it, but not much. And this is really where we get smoky with it. Outer corners. Again, using another brush to lay it down, like a pointier brush to lay the color down. And then the blender just to blend it out. You can see how we're creating like a gradation of light to dark. Keeping it chocolatey brown. I'm going to add a little black into the crease to really smoke out the corner. But really we're just kind of keeping this look overall brown. Okay, now I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, which is, I know I told you guys before, but it's my favorite black to use because it stays true. It doesn't go blue, it doesn't go purple. Just going to tuck it right into her corners just to really intensify how dark the corners are. And we don't worry about the fallout because that's why we do our eyes first. Just really poking that right in the corners. It enhances the shape of your eye. If you do a darker corner, it gives you like a really nice cat eye even without liner. So I know I did a blog about this, but I just want to reiterate that I hate sparkly highlight, and in this picture, you know, Kerry, like I said, always really embodies that perfect matte skin tone. So I'm going to just take her concealer color and use that to highlight her brow. And that's really just going to give her the most natural blend when we finish her face. It's always nice to highlight the brow. I'm not saying don't highlight the brow. I'm just saying that shimmer is like super, it's super stripper, guys. It's not cute. Okay, so this look, Kerry has a really sharply defined black line on her waterline, which is that inner line of her eye. So I'm gonna actually use a gel liner for this and a really skinny brush. I don't know if I've showed you guys this before, but this was like my trick for eyeliner that's A, really black, and B, eyeliner that really lasts. So I'm gonna coat the brush in gel liner. I'm gonna have her look up. It's gonna tickle a little, so I'm gonna warn her. And I'm gonna run this brush along her waterline very carefully. The nice thing about gel liner is it doesn't run the way a pencil does. So this is a really nice trick to get a sharp waterline.
My eyes tearing up.
Inhale through your nose. If someone's eyes are tearing up, yours or a client's, your nose, sinus, breathing, all of that is attached. I learned that watching America's Next Top Model from Tyra Banks. So we inhale, and that clears out everything. Sinuses all connected, so. Better? Less water? Okay. And look up this one. Just to get that extra definition. If you look at the picture of Kerry, her lash kind of goes short to long. It's like a really nice flared look. Okay, so we went ahead and put lashes on, which I've shown you guys before. So we know what that looks like. Lashes, glue, fluttery, boom. We're gonna go under and just start the rest of her face right now with concealer. Going back in again with the black opal. I don't want people to freak out about highlighting and contouring because obviously like in this picture, you guys, this is like lighting, Photoshop, etc. So your face doesn't have to be as bright as Kerry's looks in this picture, but we are gonna highlight her and contour her. So again, black opal, the Even True concealer, I'm gonna have her look up. And I've taught you guys this before, the little drag queen trick, the triangles to really help bring out the highlight on the cheekbone. Cover the under eyes completely. Not that she really needs it, she has pretty nice skin, but we're gonna keep this a pretty light look on the rest of her face. You know, I always like a really light foundation, but I really do focus on the concealer because I think that really just helps you look made up without really having to pile a lot of makeup on. We're gonna do our same highlight and contour trick from our old highlight video, which is a little bit of tribal markings that we've done before, kind of highlighting down the middle. Remember, down the middle of the nose, upper lip, a little bit of chin, and just blend that out. I'm gonna use Bobbie Brown foundation stick in golden. Just sort of blend it down, and I know I've told you guys this trick before, but the highlight, I try to choose a color that really is matching the inside of your face, and then your foundation should match more your body. So you see this just has a little bit more warmth and a little bit more browner than the concealer we use, not much. She's pretty even toned, so I'm really just giving this a really light coverage and just blending it in. I'm going to use the Calvin Klein CK1 powders. I like the finish, they're really light, and I'm really just going to kind of go over what we laid down. This color is honey, which is pretty much how I would describe her skin tone, so that works. I'm going to also use a second shade, which is a little bit lighter. This is how the CK1 powder looks. It's pretty basic powder, like it, but I'm just going to use this to, you know, set her concealer. So I'm going to take a random new favorite of mine that I never would have guessed, CoverGirl Queen Collection. I'm so not a drugstore makeup girl generally, but now I've used black opal on her and I'm using CoverGirl Queen Collection. Their bronzers are amazeballs on brown skin, ebony bronze, because I do want to use it to contour, so I'm going to use a darker shade than she would generally need as a bronzer. We're going to go into our regular contour areas, which is cheekbone. I don't know if I've ever taught you guys the 3 trick, but I'm gonna have you turn. If you draw a 3 on your face, that's kind of where you want to contour or put bronzer. So start at the hairline, come around into the cheekbone, and down one more into the jaw. So you're kind of doing a 3. We're just gonna do that. And I'm gonna blend all this out with the sponge because you guys know I hate anything to look harsh. But you see how like when you use the bronzer to contour, which I generally do not recommend, but because this one's not overly shimmery, you kind of get like a bronzer and contour look in one. This one. I'm gonna take one shade down and just do a really light nose contour. Not OD. See, we just kind of bring out the shape. For the nose contour in this picture of Kerry, it's actually more enhanced that she has like a shimmer down the middle. So that's more what I'm gonna do, but you know, you can always help it along by shading the side. It's a pretty strong look for brows, so I'm gonna use brunette brow pencil from Lancôme, which has like a nice, I like their brow pencils, they're pretty solid color. I know generally when I do brow stuff for you guys, I like a really light brow, but this is actually a pretty solid brow, so we're gonna go in and really kind of fill her brows in with this look. Still using our same technique where we draw strokes. You never wanna just color in a brow, but more strokes to give it a very solid look. I'm gonna take another brush. This is what I like to do when I use a heavier brow and just sort of buff it right into her natural hair so that they blend a little better. The highlight is so enhanced in this photo, and again I said it could be a trick of the light, but I am gonna go in and just sort of enhance the highlight, especially down the middle of her nose with an illuminator. It's CK1, it's the medium color, which is 200 warm. But it's a very J-Lo trick actually to do this, is like running illuminator down the bridge of your nose. J-Lo is very like at the tip of the nose. I'm gonna use a slightly orangey blush for this look. It's kind of a light orange. It's called Gilda from NARS. Peachy-ish. And we're gonna apply it then into the apple of her cheeks. For the lip, I'm gonna use a couple colors. I'm gonna use this Tom Ford color that I love called Sable Smoke. I've actually used this before on Estelle, and when I put it on her, we always say it's very Kerry. So we're gonna stick with that look. It's a very muted nude. Now you see in the photo that she has like a lot of reflection on it, so I'll show you how we're gonna get that effect. And I'm gonna use this matte color. It's called Tanorama, and I don't know if it was a seasonal, guys, but basically it's a pretty metallic, bright, bright gold. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of it and tap it in the middle and let her do the work by rubbing her lips back and forth a couple times. Okay. And you see how you just get like a reflection over the nude a bit with this? So that is our Kerry Washington look. Kind of overall matte, a little bit of sheen, chocolate smoky eyes, metallic, sort of slightly metallic nude lip, and I think it's beautiful on her, so I'd love to see you guys try it. What do you think?